Hi, my name is Vena. I'm originally from Rare, but I live in Nandi. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Bula, I'm John from Kornabuan, Tafua. I love listening to Today FM. It rocks.
Bula, I'm Teopola.
Bula, I'm Agnesi.
We love listening to Today FM because it rocks in bar.
Bula, my name is Isal. I've been listening to Today FM.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
Tonight, FNPF urges members to be vigilant. Armoured personnel carriers to ensure soldiers' safety. And Vidyawati murder trial continues.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
Members of the Fiji National Provident Fund are being urged to remain vigilant and ensure their employers are contributing the correct amount of money towards their account. The advisory has come after a member discovered that her employer did not pay her FNPF for decades, leaving her with only $29 to her name. Ellen Stolz reports.
49-year-old Nirmala Devi has been working in garment factories for over 20 years. Devi recently applied for education assistance from FNPF for her daughter after tragically losing her husband, only to find out she had no funds.
Nobody is supporting me financially and I did not finish school. I did not know to check my FNPF account.
Devi's predicament touched the heart of a Sambeto family who have taken her and her daughter in and given them a home. Having never met before, Shanaz Bibi says her heart was filled with compassion to see the hardships Devi was facing.
When we went there, then we see everything. Then we asked her, "You want to come with us?" She said, "Yeah, we want to come." Then I said, "Okay, if you want to come, you can come." Then we went there and we bring all the stuff from the home. And the lady, she's very poor. She even can't cook, she can't bath. The small daughter, how she going to cook?
FNPF General Manager, Member Service Alipate Wangai Rawai says in such cases it is difficult to get answers, especially if the company has closed down operations in Fiji.
I'm pleading with workers out there, please partner with us. We cannot do it alone. You will have to play your part in ensuring that you also check that your contributions are not only deducted and you are shown a pay slip, but to really confirm that money is actually being received at FNPF.
For people like Devi, it might just be too late to recover the funds that has been lost. Her case is still being looked into. However, it is a wake-up call for other workers and employers to be able to ensure that their pension is safe with FNPF. Ellen Stolz, FBC News.
The Fiji military forces will be getting 10 armoured personnel carriers from Australia to ensure the safety of our soldiers in Golan Heights. RFMF Commander William Enaupoto says this is the first time the military will have such vehicles to beef up their security measures. Kelly Vadala reports.
It was designed.
It's this type of armoured fighting vehicle called the Bushmaster that will be used by the military to safeguard our soldiers here and overseas.
We are acquiring 10 armoured personnel vehicles from Australia, and they should be in Golan by the end of next month. We currently have a team that are doing training in Australia with at the factory where they manufacture these armoured personnel carriers. This is a new capability altogether.
Many Fijians believe the new armoured personnel carriers will be a major contribution to the safety of our soldiers in war zones, but there's no need for it to be used in Fiji.
I don't think it's a good idea because Fiji is a peaceful country.
There's no use for them to use the gun or taking gun because there's no war in Fiji.
I don't think our country needs it.
RFMF Commander William Enaupoto says 7 of the Bushmaster armed personnel carriers will be shipped to Fijian units in the Golan Heights. The other 3 will be here in Fiji to be used for training. Kelly Vadala, FBC News.
The last 3 prosecution witnesses in the murder trial of Sudesh Mani Naidu took the stand today. Mani is alleged to have murdered 74-year-old Vidyawati and stolen $2,200 worth of jewellery after breaking into a home in Drasalautoka in January 2013. Shireen Shivan reports.
Former police officer Inspector Keshwan Naidu was the investigating officer in the case. He interviewed the accused 3 days after the alleged offence. He told the court that the accused preferred to be interviewed in Hindi, saying he was unable to read and write in English. Another investigating officer, Harish Prasad, identified some of the items recovered from the house of the accused during his arrest. The last witness was Justice of Peace Fayaz Ali, who told the court that he was called in to speak with the accused and check on his condition. The accused was the first witness in his own defense this afternoon. Sudeshmani Naidu claims he was forced by the police officers to admit that he has committed the alleged crimes, saying if he had not signed the statement, he would have been assaulted by police. Defense will present 2 more witnesses tomorrow. Sharin Shivan, FBC News.
New Electoral Commission Chair Suresh Chandra is committed to ensuring all elections activities are conducted in line with the Fijian Constitution and other relevant laws. Chandra says he and the other members of the Commission want Fijians to receive election services of the highest possible quality. At its first meeting yesterday, the Commission decided to award a vacant seat in Parliament to Parmod Chand of the National Federation Party following the resignation of NFP President Rokutupon Raunidalo. Chandra says the Commission is steadfastly committed to adhering to the highest standards of transparency, fairness and accountability. Still ahead, there is a new brand of stamps in the market. And we will tell you how to win a brand new car thanks to FBC. Stay with us.
कमल रोशनी है, हम लोगों में रहते हैं और मिर्ची एफएम सबसे बेस्ट स्टेशन है।
हमारा नाम मिर्ची है, हम गोल्ड टाउन तापुआ में रहता है और मिर्ची इज हॉट इन तापुआ।
Hi, we bad girls. We love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
निवेश तवरा में रहता हूँ, सुनता है यहाँ मिर्ची एफएम is very hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Few of the Rooster stamps were launched today by Minister for Women Meriseni Vuniwanga. The stamps symbolize integrity, punctuality, a promising future and good luck. Vuniwanga says this is the second time that the China Cultural Center has cooperated with Post Fiji to issue Chinese New Year's zodiac stamps.
And today, we are celebrating yet another major relationship formed between the two countries through the combination of important Fijian elements, namely the hibiscus, the tangi maldia, which is unique to Fiji, frangipani, and coconut tree into the Rooster stamps.
You can drive away with a brand new car as long as you can endure the wait. FBC's Today FM has launched a new competition called The Last Man Standing today. Rachel Nath tells us more.
The competition has 2 stages. It starts with listeners calling in the correct answer to a question asked by Today FM. The correct callers then go into a draw where only 35 will be selected. The second stage sees the 35 finalists have a chance to win the 2017 Hyundai Elantra LX.
These people will be the ones who will stand around this car with one selected hand on it and try and outlast the rest of them to be the last one standing. Every 4 hours you get a 15-minute break. And then goes into the night as well, so you don't have sleep. So in those 15 minutes that's the only time you get after every 4 hours to go and drink water, use the washroom, eat. And after that it's back to this.
Said Kiyim says the aim of the competition is to allow Fijians to interact with their favorite radio personalities.
We are not asking our listeners to text in and to spend money on text. This is not about making money, this is about interacting with our listeners.
The competition is aimed at listeners between the ages of 18 to 25 years. Rachel Nath, FBC News.
The Fiji Broadcasting Corporation is once again opening its doors to the public come Saturday. It's an opportunity for Fijians to see what happens behind the scenes of television and radio. Chief Executive Riaz Said Qayyum says the FBC Open Day is an annual event that the company looks forward to hosting.
So we don't get to open our doors like this all the time. It's once a year, and take advantage of it because everyone's going to be here. It's an opportunity for children to come and have a good time, to have lots of fun and take photos with people that they admire. It's an opportunity for us to share our environment with common Fijians.
FERCA Director Corporate Services Fazrul Rahman told the Standing Committee on Foreign Affairs and Defence today that the authority supports ratification of the UN Convention on Contracts for the Sale of International Goods. The convention is an international contract law dealing with cross-border transactions relating to sale of goods and is expected to boost the economy as well as the confidence of foreign investors and traders.
By adopting this particular convention, it will induce foreign investors to also think of investing in Fiji as well. So we feel it is definitely going to boost investor confidence, and at the same time it's also going to complement other investment promotion initiatives that has been introduced in Fiji.
Rachel is here now with the very latest from the world of business.
Good evening. Coming up in business tonight, we speak to the acting SPSC CEO. And later on in Growing Fiji, new PRB flats are in demand.
And later on in sports with Jamie, Vilimoni Koroe named in All Black Sevens.
Well, Tevitarokuta, my Honoku and Rasa Lotoka, Duba Talitaka Navarro on a radio Fiji one.
Bulan Arango Pina, my Corviri Nandi, Auto Talitaka Navarro and a radio Fiji one. Na programa ni masmasu na mataklailai.
Oya ochone kurinambila mai bunangoro na makete hinga toka kwe do taletakini na baroro na Radio Fiji 1 gene na domoiviti.
Na Radio Fiji 1 na domoiviti na bonga ni bienen.
In business tonight, the opposition has questioned the recent resignation of Lataleta Goro from the South Pacific Stock Exchange. MP Aseri Randrondro has called on the Fiji Human Rights Commission to investigate the resignation. However, Chair Dr. Nurbano Ali says Goro has taken responsibility for the miscount of votes in the Fijian Holdings Limited's A-class share elections. Dr. Ali says Goro then submitted her resignation, which was accepted by the SPSC board. Meanwhile, FBC News caught up with the acting chief executive, Krishika Narayan, today. Despite the recent changes in the administration of SPSC, it will be business as usual.
The focus really is on business continuity. Since I've assumed the role of acting CEO, really the main focus area is for me to ensure that it's business as usual at SPSC.
Narayan says the focus will remain on the core function of the exchange.
I understand that the departure of the outgoing CEO has been sudden, but because I've had her guidance, having worked under her, I think really the team and for myself, it's to ensure that the focus is that the entity runs smoothly.
Narayan has been part of the stock exchange since 2009. She started as a research and compliance officer, then was appointed the manager legal and compliance before taking her new role yesterday. Drop in dairy prices and increase in oil prices are making their mark on the economic scene. Here's Elizabeth to tell us all about it.
As I mentioned yesterday, Rachel, the New Zealand dollar weakened against the Fijian dollar today. This is because New Zealand Global Dairy Trade Price Index fell to negative 3.2% from the previous 1.3%, bringing that dollar down with it. Meanwhile, oil prices continued to rise after the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, or OPEC, said that it was sticking to agreement to cut production. OPEC hopes that other oil-producing countries will follow suit so that they can curb a global oil glut and continue seeing prices increase. Rachel can tell us more about that.
Yes, indeed. The Fiji dollar did strengthen against the New Zealand dollar, but we'll get to that in a bit. Here's today's exchange rates. The Chinese yuan and the American dollar dropped to close at $3.26 and 47 cents respectively. The Australian dollar followed a similar trend to close at 61 cents. The Fijian dollar rose against the New Zealand dollar to close at 65 cents, while the PNG kina also went up to close at $1.32. On to the commodities market. As Elizabeth mentioned, oil rose to close at $54.32 a barrel. Gold went down to close at $1,233 an ounce. And silver also rose slightly to close at $18.05 an ounce. In Growing Fiji tonight, the Public Rental Board has more than 9,000 900 applications on its wait list, according to the acting general manager Patrick View. He says the PRB is currently building more units to cater for the high demand. Sanyani Boiler reports.
More than 600 families are getting access to houses provided by the Public Rental Board, and Veo says work is underway to provide more housing.
And we have 2 projects ongoing at Sabu Sabu and Kalambu. The similar project is in the year 2017. 2016-2017, which will comment shortly.
Minister for Public Enterprise Ayaz Sayad Qayyum says the government is collaborating with PRB to provide the best service to all Fijians.
As you know, that the government, in particular the Baini Marama government and now the Fiji First government post-2014, has been putting a lot of capital works or capital funding into providing or creating more such housing.
Veo says PRB is looking at reducing rent arrears and also completing ongoing projects this year. He adds their next effort will be in Simla Lautoka, where construction is to start next month. Sainia Nimboila, FBC News.
And that's it from Business Tonight. Jamie joins us now with the latest in sports.
Thank you, Rachel, and good evening. Up ahead, Fiji boxing referees and judges being upskilled. And Fiji football coach Christophe Gamel wants all hands on deck. This and more coming up.
I'm another sort of of Nayabu whenever I want to tune in to listen to great music, I always tune in to my favorite radio station, Gold FM, only the classic.
My name is Lita. We love listening to Gold FM here at the Fiji Hideaway Resort and Spa. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
We here at Tano Waterfront Lautoka love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
15 boxing officials are taking part in a 4-day referees and judges clinic at Fasanok House in Suva. The clinic is being conducted by Fiji's very own Seru Wipi, who is certified by the International Amateur Boxing Association and is eager to help raise the profile of boxing in Fiji. Rohit Deo reports.
While upskilling boxers remains a priority for the Fiji Amateur Boxing Association, the officials are not being left behind.
Have athletes. You're going to have referee and judge, and you're going to have coaches. So this is one component of the 3 in boxing. As you know, last year we conducted very successfully an IBA, level star 1 coach.
The advantage of being associated with World Body IBA is that Fiji gets all the required training and development for the sport to progress. Not only the boxers need training, but the officials require the same.
I'm here to impart the knowledge and experience that I have, especially at the IBA level, which has very stringent conditions.
Seru Wipi says he is pleased to pass on his knowledge to his fellow Fijians.
I've been involved with boxing since 1976. It's been a long way. I've had a few mentors on the way. Unfortunately, some of those mentors are not here with us today, and the only regret I have is I've not been able to have them around to see where, as part of the fruition of the exercise of getting me to be qualified.
The officials will get a chance to test the skills learned at an event this Saturday. 6 bouts are being planned to be held at the Lambert Hall in Suva. Rohit Deo, FBC Sports.
From now on, national football coach Christophe Gamel will not release his coaches to travel with other teams. Gamel made his stand clear after his assistant coach Agendra Dutt accompanied the under-17 team to Tahiti. Rohit Deo reports.
The Fiji football team has about 4 weeks to prepare for the match against New Zealand, and coach Christophe Gamel does not have an assistant. Gamel expressed his disappointment on FBC TV's Vodafone Sports Lounge show.
If I have one assistant, he stay with me. This for me, it's not
understandable. I don't know what to say. I can't understand this kind of thing. Okay, because I come back and we have some problem. I can't apply things because I have no one with me.
Gamel says this will make his team's task much harder, as a win against New Zealand seems to be a tough task.
It's not going to be tough. It's going to be near impossible, to be honest. But impossible is not always impossible. So the small chance we will have, we will take it. I am trying to change the way and the mentality, but also on the field.
Fiji Football Association Technical Director Ravinesh Kumar also expressed his disappointment on players who do not show heart for national duties.
That is why they are playing this competition in their districts or amongst their districts against each other, the inter-district competitions. Why they are competing, why they are playing football, to form a national team of the country.
The national side play the All Whites in the first leg of the Stage 3 World Cup qualifier on the 25th of next month at Lautoka's Churchill Park. Rohit Deo, FBC Sports.
After a superb performance at the Wellington and Sydney tournaments, Fijian Vilumoni Koroi has been named in the New Zealand 7th squad for the Las Vegas and Vancouver tournaments. Koroi, who made his debut in Wellington, showed impressive form in his first two tournaments. Scott Curry, Tim Mickelson, Sherwin Stowers, DJ Forbes and Bearden Waka will lead the side's campaign in the next leg in the series. Meanwhile, Rocky Khan misses out due to injury. Vodafone Fiji Sevens coach Gareth Baber will name his final squad this week. Baber has 2 more days with the team before finalizing his 14-member squad. Meanwhile, when Baber was asked if he has settled in after leading Fiji to 2 tournaments, this was what he had to say.
Never say I'm settled, ever, whenever I've been a coach. And if I was settled, I'm probably in the wrong job. As a coach, you're driven by the fact that the fear that you're not staying in front of the players and the fear that the opposition around the rest of the world are developing quicker than you are. So I never describe myself as being settled as a coach.
The Sutton United football side has accepted Wayne Shaw's resignation. This after an investigation started after the reserve goalkeeper admitted he knew a betting company was offering odds of 8-1 against him eating a pie on the bench during the club's 2-0 defeat by Arsenal in the FA Cup. The Manchester City football side defeated Monaco 5-3 in the highest scoring UEFA Champions League quarter-final today. That's it from Sports Tonight. Up ahead, weather with Angie, and in the world of the weird and the wonderful, something interesting for you hot dog lovers. Find out more after the break.
Bula FM number 2 na seri.
How could Snapchat's planned IPO possibly be worth $25 billion? Bloomberg explains why the app company should be taken seriously and the reasons why its rumored valuation might make sense. Latest from the weather world, here's Angie.
Hello and welcome to the Weather World. If you are outside today, then you must have noticed that the conditions were mostly cloudy and there were light showers in some areas. Well, we will have few more showers later tonight due to a tropical flow pressure that is moving over the northern and eastern parts of Fiji. The good news is it will move away from the group by later tomorrow. Now let's check out what it's like in the west. There were a few showers that are expected to ease by later tonight. A majority of the centers were around the 30-degree mark. And moving eastwards from Pakaba to Suva, conditions were mostly cloudy with a few light showers and temps again around 30. Expect brief showers overnight. And up north, a slight change in the weather situation. The northerners experienced few thunderstorms and more heavy rain is on its way later tonight. So if you're driving tonight, take heed. Tomorrow, it's a rain-free day in the Eastern Division. Yes, the Easterners can finally resume all the postponed plans that have been pending for some time now. But you Northerners are looking at a day of showers and they'll get heavier in the evening. Tomorrow's temps, Nandi and Lautoka are looking fairly warm with highs of 32, while Ba will have an early morning low of 18. Quite surprising for a hot town like Ba. Looking further on to our much-awaited Friday, it is expected to remain clear with humidity taking charge. At sea, northwest winds 20 to 30 knots, gusting up to 40 knots, rough to very rough seas. And if you're wondering about the tides, the next low tide tonight is at 10:09 p.m. with a high tide tomorrow morning at 4:17. So Jackie, I hope you're eager to see a rainless day tomorrow.
Definitely. Thanks so much for that, Angie. In our Fijian Pulse segment tonight, we ask, is renting houses becoming an expensive affair?
In my opinion, it's really expensive. We can't afford to pay for the rent. We keep changing our residence because the rent keep increasing.
Yes, it is becoming expensive for Nandi. In Nandi right now, every houses, the prices is going up.
I think it's expensive nowadays compared to prior years. It's been going up every year.
Yeah, it's very expensive now in Nandi.
In the world of the weird and the wonderful, do you love hot dogs? Recapping the main stories, FNPF urges members to be vigilant, armoured personnel carriers to ensure soldiers' safety, and Vidyawati murder trial continues. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question, this week we are asking, are the big nations doing enough in the fight against climate change? Visit our FBC website to answer. Before we go, today's shot of the day. This was taken by Shivanjani Iyer in Navua. Beautiful skies lit up with bright sun rays going down after yet another sunny day in the division. Send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes at fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. Or you can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. Until next time, from the team and I, good night.
I'm under of Whenever I want to tune in to listen to great music, I always tune in to my favorite radio station, Gold FM, only the classic.
My name is Lita. We love listening to Gold FM here at the Fiji Hideaway Resort and Spa. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
We here at Tano Waterfront Lautoka love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.